What is up, guys? My name is James, and today we have a review of this unique wallet from Willow Craft Goods. This is the Wask Wallet, and it's a new range from the brand. Willow Craft Goods themselves are a independent, small leather goods brand based out of North Texas. And this is as you can see, a really unique looking wallet. And what surprised me when I first got this wallet was the price tag. And that's because usually with these real small time sort of like leathercraft brands, the wallets are ridiculously expensive, right? And that makes sense. You know, there might be 1-2 individuals who, you know, make the wallets. It might take an entire day to make an entire wallet, and that has to be reflected on the price. And sometimes wallets can be anywhere from like $300 to $400 each. So it's really cool that the guys at Willow Craft Goods have, you know, sat down and been like, right, how do we make a handmade leather wallet more affordable? And this is what they've come up with, the Wask Wallet. And, you know, on first impressions, it's a lovely looking thing. I'm a big fan of the two-tone leather here with this printed grain cowhide here. One real noteworthy thing is the fact that this entire wallet is stitchless. So as you can see, there's not a stitch inside. It's sort of the way it's folded, kind of hold it together alongside these four rivets here, holding it in place. I believe the stitchless design is really the reason why they can get away with selling this at such a small price. I can only imagine in leathercraft, you know, 90% of the time you're sat there stitching. So the fact they'd come up with a design where they can produce these at a really fast rate means that they can sell them at a cheaper price point. And that's fantastic to see that a brand as small as Willow Craft Goods are trying to do that. And you know, it's a really interesting wallet, to be honest with you. So onto the wallet itself. So as you can see, it's full leather design, apart from these here with the brass, I believe, rivets. There is actually a larger model, as you can see here. So small, large. They're both the same. They're not both the same height. The larger one is slightly taller, obviously much wider. I'm going to stick with this one today. I do much prefer the smaller size, so this is the one I'm going to be showing you. And let's go on to exactly how it works and, you know, where cash cards, etc. are stored. So basically there is a flock of leather here that you can fold out. And then you have access to a slot here and a slot here. So let's grab some cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Can fit into there very nice and snugly. And then in the back, you can store your nymphs. So we'll stick a few notes in the back there, and then to simply secure it, this pushes back in here, and that's it. Everything is nicely stored in there. That ain't coming out easily. You can even put the flap in the back compartment, and if the well, that's not good. As you can see, be careful with that. There we go. And I much prefer closing it off using the back compartment because it just gives me easy access to the cards at the front. That's 5 cards. You could probably squeeze another couple in there, maybe. You could even fit some in the back if you don't have any cash or don't carry much cash. That's all fine. On the reverse side, you have another flap or compartment here where cards can be stored. Ooh. It's quite a tight fit with this real thick grain leather, which I'd imagine the more you use it, the more supple it'll become, like breaking in a pair of shoes or something. So yeah, that fits in there like that. You can use the circle thing here to push the card in and out, which is a nice touch. Speaking of this circle cut out here, that is actually a specific cutout for an air tag. So you can slide that under there like that, and that fits. There we go. Snugly in there, like so. And you can still even again, get a card under there as well. So honestly, it's a really well thought out design. You've got 3 main compartments. This one here for cards, which I like to use the quick access, so you can just push it. Most use debit credit card. You got your AirTag in there, which is optional. If you don't use that, you can use the center compartment to push the card in and out, which is a lovely touch. You've got 2 main compartments at the back here. You know, you could store cash in the front as well if you wanted to in here. You can store up to, you know, maybe 10 cards in here. I'm not exactly sure. I've not stress tested it enough yet. And yeah, that's it, really. This is a really unique wallet. It comes in at a great price tag of about $40, I'm going to say $40, $50. I'll have to check on that. I'll put that on the screen. Love the AirTag inclusion. It's funny seeing a wallet that is like designed in like a traditional, you know, style, holding an AirTag, but it's a fantastic idea. Ample card space, ample cash space, easy access, all secured. Over time, this leather is going to age fantastically. I believe this is a Dollaro leather, excuse my pronunciation, from a tannery in Italy. So they'd obviously import that in and use that. Again, the two-tone is lovely. This leather itself is incredibly thick, incredibly durable. You just don't get wallets these days, especially mass-produced ones that use leather. It's good quality as that. I actually have my, let's turn this on. Here we go. 1.8 millimeters. So yeah, this is going to last a long time. And I think that's due to the quality of the leather, the construction, but also the stitchless design as well. You know, every time stitches can come loose, threads can fray, and yeah, that can really affect the integrity of the wallet. So again, I think this is a great long-term investment. And again, considering the price tag of this wallet is fantastic. You really can't get much better value for money than this, I think, for the quality you get in a leather wallet. The actual design in terms of, you know, the internal compartments is going to be decisive. Some people like it, some people hate it. Some people just, if they're going for a leather wallet, want the classic, you know, card slots. I don't think that's an issue. You can still access all your cards quite easily. And even more so with this larger one because there's more room. Things are a little more loose inside this one. So yeah, Willow Craft Goods, great brand. I've reviewed some of these guys' wallets in the past. I even have an interview with them on my website. So check that out if you want to learn more. And yeah, give these guys a consideration because this is a fantastic wallet for what you get. Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. See you later.